evening, everyone. We just got back, well, we didn't just, but this afternoon we had, not even this afternoon, 8 AM this morning, we had Mila'S appointment in Sheffield. We're not vlogging today, but I did want to just film this little section for the vlog for tomorrow, just because it's fresh in my mind. If I wait till tomorrow, I'll probably leave half of it out. So I just wanted to update everyone, let you all know how it went, and make sure I vlogged it all for a memory to look back on myself. So we had Mila'S pre-op assessment and meeting with the consultant, surgeon basically, that will be doing her surgery, and it went really, really well. We left feeling completely reassured. Surgery is the right treatment avenue for Mila to go down. Very, very quickly we found out at birth, actually, when Mila had her birth. Yes, darling? No, I'm making din-dins in a minute. Sorry, sweetheart.
Oh, it's my boy.
Good boy. You can have that after dinner though, okay? It's always worse when he doesn't cry and he just goes, oh, and walks off. Anyway, we found out when Mila was born that she had a slight click in her hip. We took her at 7 weeks for an ultrasound. They said that the range was slightly, just very marginally out of limits, and so they'd refer her to Sheffield Children's Hospital. We went to Sheffield Children's Hospital for a follow-up appointment and were told that her hip was dislocated and it was so bad she needed surgery. So it was obviously a big shock to us. We had a lot of questions today that was answered for us very thoroughly. We didn't feel rushed in the appointment at all. We were there 3 hours, in fact. We saw lots of different people. We saw the whole team, basically, that will be taking care of us and Mila when she has a surgery at the end of this month. We just left feeling really, really well looked after, reassured, and really positive about the whole thing. So just to quickly say that there was a few questions I had. I'm not going to go into it because it will, or into all of it, because it will literally be like a half an hour long section, this me talking, which will probably be very boring for all of you guys watching. But I didn't understand a few things that were concerning me, mainly about how we'd gone from it being very minor and only slightly out of range to it's so bad she needs surgery. I didn't think anybody was lying at all, obviously, but I didn't understand. Maybe someone made a mistake somewhere. How have we gone to from one extreme to the other? Did somebody make a mistake? There's always that doubt in your mind, and I needed to know what happened, why it happened. That was my main concern. Today we went and I asked that question, and I found out that nobody was wrong. So he got up the original ultrasound she had at 7 weeks, and he said, yeah, that is, can't remember the angle. Was it 61? Can you remember the angle? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember the angle I said, but it was very, very, very slight. I can't compare it to his angle that he got for how bad a hip is now, because he doesn't work on angles. He said it's not very accurate, and they're so good at what they do, they don't need to. They'd rather just go on the imaging, looking with their own eyes. And he said that that's what he said, isn't it? Can you remember the name that he said? It started with a H. What they use to diagnose? No. But they don't go on angles, so I can't give you what her angle is right now because they don't go on that. Sorry, I just had to move the camera. So there were no mistakes made at all. It was very, very slightly out of range. Basically, developmental dysplasia of the hip, DDH, was in the past called something else. I'm so bad at remembering names. This is all wrote down for us, so we've got it all in writing, so we can look back on it. But it was originally called something else, and and basically that name meant that they were born with this condition, whereas that's not the case. It's called developmental dysplasia of the hip because it's something that develops over time. So a lot of babies are born with it, but they don't always get that picked up on. We're actually really lucky that it was. All it takes is for that one click to be missed, and if the hip doesn't click that one time that doctor does that initial check, then this can go undiagnosed. And unfortunately, after doing my own research and speaking to the doctor, that happens a lot. So we are so lucky that this has been caught. And instead of me feeling frustrated and upset and angry at the world that this needs doing, I actually feel really grateful now. So it's something that develops. I asked also why Mila wasn't offered a harness, because a few people have told me that their babies have had harnesses from like 7 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 weeks even, whereas we were told that she wouldn't be offered a harness because they wouldn't offer treatment at her age. This was when we were at the 7 week thing. I think I vlogged about it. And he said that each hospital practice is different, so they offer different treatments. It's not just one set rule. It depends like what consultant you get, what hospital you're at, etc. So that's why we weren't offered a harness. Also, Mila'S hip is slightly at the wrong angle, so that could also have been a factor. He said there were many factors to why. It's not just, oh, she's got this, so she should have been put in a harness, which is what I thought. I'm trying to think of everything so I didn't miss anything off. We were told also that it could correct itself, which is the case. It can, and he said when they get the initial ultrasound at 7 weeks, some hospitals prefer to leave it and wait and see. Some hospitals go straight to harness. It just depends. Each child's different, each consultant's different, each hospital's different. There's no one set rule. And a lot of children do go on to not need the harness, and the hip heals, develops on its own. And because he said today, because Mila'S was so just slightly out of range, that he probably wouldn't have recommended a harness either. He probably would have said, it's only very slightly out, let's leave it a little bit and see. I asked, like, is there anything we could have done that has contributed to her hip getting worse? And he said 100%. In fact, what did he say? What did he say when I said that? Get it out your head. Get that out your head. Oh, Chris is not listening to me. But he basically just said, get that out your head straight away. He was like, it's not possible. You can't manipulate your children's bones. That you can't, it's not possible. I asked lots of questions, like sitting in certain seats, could that have contributed? Could me baby wearing? I asked about baby wearing at her appointment when I was last there, and he said I didn't have to change any of that. But he said there is nothing you could possibly have done at home that could have made it better or made it worse. So I felt reassured about that, which is good. What else? He also examined Mila whilst we were there. At her previous appointment, he looked at her scan, her ultrasound, imaging, and she'd just fallen asleep, so he didn't want me to get her all undressed and wake her up. And so I was like, you didn't actually examine her yourself last time. Is there a chance that you could examine her now and maybe it will go back into place? And he said, I'm going to examine her anyway, so let's have a look. Can you grab her, babe? He got her on the table, got her undressed and things, and he had the same conclusion, basically. And one thing that I actually really, really appreciate that he did, he put both of her legs up in like the frog position, like he pushed both of her legs up and then pulled them outwards. So it's like outward frog position. And her right leg went right out, and her left leg, was something we've never noticed, only went halfway. And he said, I can't push that down anymore comfortably for her. You can see the difference. And I honestly couldn't believe it. And then he said, if you just feel here on her groin, you can feel how hard and high to the surface her tendon is on the left side, and you can literally feel a really thick groin, her groin tendon. And he said, now compare it to the right one, and we felt the right one, and you could barely feel the right one at all. That's the tendon that they will cut when they do the surgery. I felt really good to have some sort of symptom that I could see physically myself. It's really hard to accept that your child, well for me anyway, that your child has something wrong with them and they need surgery when you can't physically see anything wrong. And maybe that's a bit ignorant, I don't know. But when you can't see anything wrong and your baby's showing no signs of anything being wrong, it's really hard to accept such a big life-changing thing that's going to happen. Like, it's not just the surgery, it's also 6 months of full body casts and harnesses. But today, seeing that myself, what else did he show us? He showed us something else today. I was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's true. He showed us the previous ultrasound images in detail, and you could clearly see the cup on her left side was shallower than the one on the right. He also said that there was a lot of muscles and tendons around there that would need cutting because they'd gone really tight, as they do when in this condition. Yeah, her thing is her hip is dislocated. It's not in the position it should be, and it's also twisted, so it's not at the right angle either. So it's not just one thing. He actually said to us, it's not just one thing going on here, it's quite a few things that's going on. It's not just like one simple thing. And I don't know why, but in a way that made me feel better about her needing the surgery. Not that I want loads of things to be wrong with her, but it just made me like, oh yeah, fair enough. So basically the appointment went really, really well as could be. We did find out that obviously only one parent can go down to theatre with her, which just makes me really sad, because I feel like it's such a scary thing to go through, and parents, you know, you rely on your husband or your wife to reassure you and things, And we've decided that should be Chris going down with her because I breastfeed and I have to not feed her for four hours before. And so it wouldn't be fair for me to be hugging her because she just wants to feed. So Chris is going to do that. There's also a chance that they might only let one of us go into recovery, which will suck so bad. Seeing her for the first time and things and having no support there, but obviously it's COVID rules and that's the reason why. They said it depends on the day, depends on the consultant, the surgeon. They might let both of us come in. So we'll see that on the day. They also said we'll be in 2 days, so we'll be kept in overnight because of her age. I was quite shocked, but everyone in there was cooing over her. They were like, she's so tiny. We've got a tiny one in. I don't think it's very often they do surgery on such small, teeny tiny babies because they were literally cooing over her. We got loads of advice on car seats, things like that, clothes, how to change her, positions, sleeping advice, feeding advice. We got so much advice today. And what was the other thing that's just gone straight out my head? We also got told by the surgeon today that she will. Oh, are you okay? Oh, what did you do? Yeah, you found a sofa. Come give me a snuggle. Oh, Jace just hurt his foot on the sofa, guys. The surgeon told us that she will be first on the list. She's the youngest to be having surgery that day. So she'll be first, which is good. You okay? So she'll be first on the list, which is good. No messing about, no waiting around. I can't feed her from about 5 a.m, 6 a.m. I can't remember. I'll have to wait for the letters to come through. And then we have to be at hospital at 8 a.m. and then her surgery will be like an hour, 45 minutes, was it? Ish, something like that. 2 hours after we arrive at the hospital. Oh no, sorry. No, it was like 45 minutes, they said. So it'll be done pretty quickly. I can feed her straight after. They warned us about a few things that could happen in the first day or two. Muscle spasms, I think she said it was called. They'll give diazepam if that happens. I think that was everything. I mean, I'm sure I forgot. Yes, darling.
Call the doctor. The kitten got hurt.
Oh no, call the doctor. The kitten got hurt.
Yes.
Oh, can you help her?
Yeah, but I can't. The doctor can help her. But I'm not doctor. You just need to touch my hand.
Cute.
Touch my head.
So just really quickly, if there's anything else I forgot, I will obviously fill that in tomorrow. We'll be daily vlogging tomorrow. But yeah, I feel really reassured. Everything's been explained properly now. I know she needs the surgery. I want to get the surgery done as soon as possible so that we're not having to have her in a cast all the way over summertime because that would just be awful. I can't even imagine how hot and... Oh, obviously we can't bath her or anything like that when she's in the cast. We got so much advice today, it's all like whizzing through my head. But I just wanted to really quickly update. It's not really quickly, is it? I've been filming for like 8 minutes. But yeah, really reassured about everything, really happy. And that's everything. Just gonna settle down and have dinner. Esme's gone for her first dance class induction today, which has been very...
Mummy,
yeah.
let me tell the embarrassing story.
Okay.
So...
You're gonna make me look like a bad mum, Isla. Sad times.
So, we was driving, by the way, I'm still out of the shower.
Oh, they showed us a doll today with a spiker. Monkey doesn't wear pamper-nappers with a... Is it a spiker? Yeah, spiker cast on. And the doll was actually bigger than Mila. Let Isla talk.
Like I was saying, so we're driving.
Jace,
So we're driving to my dance class, well, I was really excited. When we got there, we were like, wait, where's the school? The school's there, and we were like, where's the school? Where's the thingy? Where's the dance studio? And then we couldn't find it, so we asked the lady.
Jace.
We went into someone's store and asked the lady. Okay, so we asked the lady, and then we was like, do you know what time? Do you know where it is? Do you know what time it opens?
It's the first time, basically. It's an induction. It's like to go and have a class, dance class.
And see if you like it.
Yeah.
So, and then we took the day, and she was like, oh my gosh, it's Esme's day, not your day. I know it. So we had to drive back home and pick Esme.
I was like, get out, quick,
Mine's
get
Esme. Mine's tomorrow.
Yeah, I messed up on the days. I thought Isla's induction was today. It turns out it was Esme. She's there for 3 hours tonight, so she's absolutely loving life. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she is. And And yeah, I'd got the days mixed up. Luckily, we'd gone early, so Esme wasn't late, because that would have been a bit bad if she'd been late on her induction day. She would not have been happy, but she wasn't. She was 10 minutes early. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you all. Oh no, not thank you all. I'll see you in the morning. Donut girl. Good morning, iFam. We've woke up this morning and we're full on going in with baby-led weaning with Mila. So she doesn't turn 6 months for 2 or 3 days. I don't know what the date is today. She turns 6 months on the 23rd. I think it's about the 20th today. So we're a couple of days early. Over the last couple of weeks, I have been giving her little bits of what I'd call baby safe foods. Don't quote me on that. Don't say I give my baby this because Sarah said it was safe. They were just what I felt was safe for Mila, basically, and what's worked for me previously with my other babies. Basically like melt in the mouth, biscuit, crispy type savoury snack thing in my bobby doos. I always start with them because I feel like they melt in their mouth super quickly, but they also get babies used to the different textures and having things in their mouths that's not just liquid. However, I've got up this morning and we're going for it, we've decided. So I'm gonna give Mila some avocado on toast. I know that toast sometimes and bread sometimes feel scary if you're starting to baby-led wean, because lots of people think it gets stuck in the roof of their mouth and etc, etc. That can happen with like thick breads, but it's less likely to happen with toast and things. And I've always found with my babies that actually they do really, really well with toast. So I'm going to film Mila having avocado on toast for the first time today and see how she does. I don't have a high chair for Mila because she's going to be put in a hip cast in a week and a half and she's not going to fit into a high chair. So I have just sat her on the floor. She can sit up on her own, but because I'm sat on the marble floor with her, I've put a donut round her. Obviously I don't want her to fall back and hit her head on the marble floor, so she's got a donut round her. Another reason I'm going in there early, a few days early, is just because she gets a cast on in at the end of this month, and I want her to have, I want her to be confident eating, whereas not having her cast on and then for the first time trying her with foods, because I'm a bit nervous. Anyway, I've got her avocado on toast here. It's just lightly toasted. Let's see how she does. Hi, darling. This is how I know Mila's ready. Whenever you sit down with food, her mouth literally starts like yum, yum, yum. You like that noise? Huh? Right, I'm gonna remove this just while she eats. Okay then, sweet girl. I'm gonna film her just to see if she gips or anything, just to reassure other parents, basically. Oops, sorry, the camera's all over the place. Yeah. Because... yeah. I know. Because, iFam, gipping can look like choking, but it's not. It's two different things. Look at her face. Oh my God, she's so happy right now. What's this? You want this? What is that? She's like, I'm not sure, Mama. I'm not too sure. Is that good? So she's bit off quite a big chunk. I'm not going to scoop that out because you can actually do more damage scooping it out. And sometimes when babies have big chunks in their mouth, they find it easier. Oh, she's broke it out herself. Yeah, darling? Is that bad? Yeah. Sometimes, or most of the time actually, babies find it easier when they've got a bigger chunk of food in their mouth, just because they can maneuver it easy with their tongue and it's easy for them. I am sat right in front of her right now. I'm watching her. She seems to be doing pretty well so far. She seems to be enjoying it, pretty much ripping it apart. I found that if they get a big chunk in their mouth, it's so tempting for parents to stick their hand in and scoop it out and be like, that's too big. There's a risk of them losing control of it with their tongue if you do that, and there's also a risk of you pushing it down their throat. There's the risk of scaring them and making it an unpleasant experience. And you will find, if you can try and let yourself relax, I know it's hard, that they'll either chew it and swallow it in little pieces, or they'll just spit it out. By the way, please don't anybody take this as me being really obnoxious and acting like I know everything about baby-led weaning, because I don't. I've just been asked so many questions about it, and I know people sometimes like to have a bit of advice, and not always just me talking, but also me showing you. Yes, sweetheart? Can you do this now? You can. So that's why you can. 1 second. So that's why I'm filming.
A T-Rex, Mama.
A T-Rex. So I'm not too sure how much she's actually eaten of that bit, but she's definitely enjoyed it. For 100%, she's definitely ruined that sleep suit. That's gonna have to go straight in the wash. She keeps digging down her clothes and finding little bits and picking them up. We've got another piece here though, Mimi's, don't you worry. Do you want this one? You want that one? Oh yes, Mama. Let me get that in. She is loving that. Wow. Is it good, Isla? Yeah. It's a nice ripe one, that, isn't it? I was hoping, well, not hoping to get a gip on camera, but I was going to show you if she did gip. I thought she might, but she's just loving it. But there is a big difference between gipping and, sorry about that, I was just speaking to Jace, but gipping can look very scary and very much like they're choking, but gipping's completely normal. But she doesn't seem to be doing much gipping with this. Yes, sweetheart.
The dinosaur's not coming.
No, the dinosaur won't work so much on your torch when it's dark, darling. Show me some avocado on toast and love and life. You excited? Izzy's going out with some friends today. Well, actually, we're going to pick up her friends and then drop them at Meadowhall. And then I think we're going to go to IKEA. So little look around IKEA. Outfit of the day, Isla.
Yep, my beautiful colour tops are my favourite because they look nice and small.
They're very, very, very cute, Isla.
Yeah.
Right, Little Miss. I think that was a success. I think Mila definitely likes avocado and toast. So she did so well with her avocado on toast, I'm going to give her a strawberry. This is the first time she's had strawberry as well. Just a quick note for anybody that is doing it, food until 1 is just for fun, so don't stress about how much actual food they get. Thank you! Or how much food they actually eat. It's all about exploring at this age. And if you're breastfeeding or feeding, I think they advise that, I don't know about actual formula feeding actually, but I know breastfeeding, they advise you feed them half an hour before a meal. I'm pretty sure that's what I got told. Anything round should be quartered, but anything bigger than her fist size she can have whole. So she can have the strawberry whole because it's definitely bigger than her fist. Although she does keep finding little pieces of toast down the side. We need to get some bibs when we're out today, babe. We definitely need to get some bibs.
Yes, we do.
Right then, Mimi's, you want to try strawberry before we go? You got something in your mouth? Let you chew that first.
I want strawberry too.
You want a strawberry too, Jace?
Yes.
Okay, 1 second and I'll get you some. Oh, here you go. You want to try this? You want to try? Is it cold for your hands? You hold it.
I got some too.
You got strawberries too?
Yeah, with Mimi's.
You have.
But I put it up.
You're checking it out with your torch. I think it's a bit slippy. She keeps dropping it.
Maybe we need to bite in
some of the flavour.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah? Oh, that's tangy.
Mama.
Yes, darling?
I had to spit it up.
Did she?
Yes.
Oh no.
I had to write it down.
Do you want some or not? I don't think she can work out if she actually likes. Yeah. You want to try it?
Imagine trying a strawberry for the first time. It just like so weird.
It'll be like fruit explosion. It's very sour that, I'm not sure.
Like, I wish you could remember all the food that you first tried because it must just be such a weird experience.
Yeah, it would. Must. Here we go. Here we go. It's a bit awkward to hold, isn't it? She definitely prefers the toast. She's a carbs girl. Yum yum yum. She's not showing too much interest in the strawberry, so we won't push it. Right then.
I'm interested in
We need to go do your hair. You're interested in strawberries too, Isla. We need to go do your hair, Jace, and then we're going to set off. Everyone ready to go?
Yeah.
Check out my big little girls and boys in their trolleys. We've come to IKEA while Isabel's shops and we're going to go have a little look around. Mila looks so adorable in this outfit today. So cute. So we've just got home and it is time for piercing reveal. Okay, 1, 2... Oh wait, it was a huge fail. I literally wanted to cry. So we were stood there, we walked into the place to get it done, and the lady was like, "Hi, do you have any ID on you?" And I was like, "Oh, is it like why do I need ID?" And she was like, "It's just for us to clarify that you are the person you're saying you are." And I was like, okay. So I tried to message mum, and I was like, "Do you have like a picture of my passport? Or does dad have a picture of my passport?" And they were like, "No, we don't." And so I was like, okay. So we walked around to Claire's because I thought maybe Claire's would do it for us, and they said the same thing. They actually said we could do it with if you had a parent with you, a parental and so I said, "Oh, can I FaceTime my mum? She's at the shops right now." And they were like, "No, she has to be here with you." And so I was like, okay. So there was no other place that did piercings there, and I'm pretty sure they all would have said the same thing about the ID. So it was a huge fail. It was a massive fail, and I'm so sad because like she asked me like, "Where do you want to get your ears pierced?" And I said, "I want my second one done." And she's like, "Okay, these are the options. There's like £22 one, £17 one, and here are the options." I was looking through all the the studs. I'd like chose one that I wanted, and then she whipped that out and was like, "I need your ID." And I was like, this is not great. This is not great. So I was just absolutely gutted. I was just like, that's just awful. I didn't actually film much. Like I literally filmed nothing whilst we were there, but I think because we were kind of both just like so excited and we were like going around all the shops and things, we just like, I just didn't even think about it. We went to Bar Burrito and got some burritos. It was so good. Anyway, to be fair, do you know, today I was actually really disappointed with Primark. We went to Primark as like kind of the last place that we went, and I was actually disappointed. There was no like joggers. I could not find joggers anywhere. There was one, and they were like Harvard ones, and I was like, well, there's just like a random H on them. Why would I want that? The other ones were like Disney ones, and I don't really like the Disney ones. And so there's one of those. The jumpers. There was like no jumpers. There was, yeah. I was just a bit like, right. But I did have 2 gift cards. I had 2 gift cards from Christmas. So I had like £50 on both of the gift cards. So I used those. I got myself a new jacket. It was £30. I hate spending money. Like, I was like, £30? And my friend who was with me was like, yeah, but like if £30 is good, because if you went somewhere else, it would probably be more expensive. And I was like, you're right. But still, I hate £30 for a jacket. I was just like, But yeah, I'm going to do a quick little mini haul of everything that I got. Do you know what? I don't actually feel like I got loads, but I did get a few little things that I'm really happy about. So my friend was telling me about this new shop. I think it's a new shop, but there's a shop called Kenji, and I've never heard of it before. And she was like, we should definitely go there because it has like, I've got a few like teddies from there, and it's like it's a really cool shop. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go. And so we had a look, and it was the cutest shop ever. Like the cutest shop ever. It had stationery and things there, and it had AirPod cases. And I've been looking for an AirPod case for my AirPods, and we found one, and oh my gosh, it's so cute. So it's this little cookie with a bear on the side. There was loads of different options. There was like a dinosaur one. There was like the cutest things ever, but I love it so much. It's just so cute how it pops up like that. And I definitely won't lose this as well, because like I just feel like I'm going to lose my AirPods all the time. I got some candles. You can never go shopping and not come back with some candles. That's my saying. So I got some candles. This one, these are from Primark, this one. And I also got this. I actually wish I'd have got this in the larger size, because I have this same one, but it's kind of running out and it's a lot bigger. And so when I was walking around, I got the small one. And then when I left Primark, I was like, why did I get the small one? I should have just got the big one. But, oh my gosh, I love this. Vanilla smells so nice. I got myself a cap. We love caps. This one says, be all that you are. And I thought it was really, really cute. Okay, and then the next thing, I asked Alicia, and I was like, but should I get this? Like, does it look good? We like went to not the changing rooms, but just to like the mirrors. And I was like, oh, but I don't know if I like it. Like, I tried it on, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like it. Because I just hate, I'm just the most undecided person ever. But I tried it on, and honestly, it was so thick. It was like, oh, it got really hot all of a sudden. I was like, whoa. But it's this nice kind of material. This is the material, guys. And I actually really like it. I showed Esme in the car, and do you know what she said to me? She said it looks like a bin bag. It looks like a bin bag. Like, how could she say that? She literally just said it looked like a bin bag, and I've never been more offended in my entire life. But trying it on again, I actually think it's so nice. Like, we love a bit of brown. We love a bit of brown. Like, I really like it. I think maybe if I tried a white top on with it, because my wardrobe's so brown at the minute. It's brown and it's beige and like black. It's a lot of those colours going on at the minute, but we love it. So yeah, trying it on again. In fact, I'm gonna try it on with a white top. Okay, I just grabbed the first white top I could find, but I think it looks good. I really like it. Like, I actually love it. I'm so glad I got this now, because I actually I was so uncertain in the shop. I was just like, yeah, but what if I get this and I spent £30 and I don't even really like it? I'll just be really like annoyed at myself. But now, I love it. I'm gonna go downstairs and ask what everyone thinks, and if Esme says it looked like a bin bag, I might actually cry. What do you think about my bin bag?
Nice.
You said it looked like a bin bag. I was really crying in the car.
It looks ugly in the car, but it's nice.
Ow! I actually really like it. Right, Mum, close your eyes. What do you think? £30? Do you think £30 is worth that?
Yeah, really nice.
I really like it.
I think it's definitely worth it. I would never have expected.
Thought that.
No, I would never expected myself to like
Yeah.
that, but I actually really like it. And it's
I'm so glad. Whilst we were both in the shop, I was actually like, should I get it? And she was like, yeah, it's really, really nice. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know what if I buy it and it's like £30 and then it's just like a waste. And she was
Isabel's like the biggest, tightest in fact, Isabel's just like me. She's like the tightest person ever. And so £30 for a coat is like obviously really good.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be like, that's so cheap. But Isabel's like, £30, I'm not paying £30 for a coat. But then she goes somewhere else, like, and then like
Urban Outfitters.
£300.
Yeah,
and then she realises it's actually, yeah, that's a really good price.
Yeah.
Isabel's like, oh my gosh, have you seen this hoodie? It's £10. I'm like,
I know, but I just feel like hoodies are like £10 for a hoodie.
I need to make a phone call to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh my gosh, I actually need to take this off in a minute because it makes me so warm. It's like the thickest thing ever. On another subject, completely random. I'm so out of breath from walking upstairs, it's not even funny. Okay, there's kind of two things, but the first thing, completely random, but last night I read the third book in my series and I could sit here and talk about it for hours because it was so good. Like, honestly, it was the best thing. Just the whole set, the writing style is amazing. If you like reading, please get the Shatter Me series because it is so good. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I've never been this obsessed with a series. The writing is so easy to read. Like, I hate it when I get a book and it's like really hard to read because the writing style is not good. Like, it's invented like 1,000 different words that you have to like sit and study and figure out what they mean. It's just so much work. This book though, I don't even have words. It's just amazing. That's just what it is. It's just amazing. Like, I love it so much. Okay, and the second thing is that tonight, drum roll, tonight we have to pack a bag for a while, okay? Not a day, not 2 days, not 3 days, but for a while. So I'm about to start packing everything away. I realised like this is something I need to do now. Like, I need to get this done and I need to pick a lot of outfits out and there's a bunch of stuff that I need to do. I'm about to do that now and I'm very, very excited. You guys should be excited too. But yeah, I'm super excited. I need to start doing that right now. My room is such a big mess. The thing is, I feel like the last few weeks, I cleaned my room and the next day it somehow ends up the way it was before I cleaned it. And I don't understand why. Because, like, what's going on with that in the minute? Normally, I do, like, a big clean. It'd take that for, like, 3 weeks. But this time round, I don't know what's going on. My room's glitching or something because it's just getting so messy so quickly. Like, looking at it, it's just a mess. So relatable. But seriously, yes, I'm actually going to clean my room, pack some things, pack a bunch of books because I need books to function. And yeah, that's what I'm doing for my evening, guys.
So we're back from the shops and I bought a few little bits for Mila. I got this insert for Jaycee's high chair just to give her a little bit more support because she's only teeny tiny. We got some bibs. Yes, sweetheart.
I want some strawberries too.
Some strawberries too. I'm about to give...
I don't want blueberries.
You want blueberries? Hey Mila, what have I got for you? Look, raspberries.
And me.
You want a couple too?
No, I want.
They're washed so you can eat those.
Yes. I just wanted to eat blueberries.
1 minute then, okay? I'll smush them up for you. So she's just gonna play.
I can get some.
little feel about. Yes, you can. You can. What's that?
Can I eat them?
See what she thinks of raspberries. Is that so yummy? Num 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 num.
These are a bit sour, I think.
Are they?
Yes.
It's a bit sour. Mila'S doing pretty good with them. It's like, no, that bit's too big. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh, monster truck's trying to eat them. Yeah, I just got to keep my eye on Mila, okay, while she's eating.
Yeah, he's eating it.
It is. This is so cute. That's the first lot of our beautiful baby read-on Mila birth certificate sign. We've still got that many to go. It's been a bit of a funny old day today. I feel like it's just blinked and it's gone by in the blink of an eye, basically. Isabel went shopping with a friend. We went to IKEA. We got a few bits. We didn't get much actually from IKEA. We just got a few. I got a few shelves for walls in the playroom and also in Mila'S nursery bedroom. And some candles. What else did we get? Because it came to like £100 and I've got no idea what we bought. I'm trying to think. There were a few things that went. Oh, storage toy boxes for the toy units that we've got. I wanted some beigey colour ones for the playroom. Got those. It's one of those shops that you go to. I feel like everything's cheap when you're walking around. You get to the till and you're like, what have I bought? And then you get home and you're like, it's all still in the car. It's still in the car right now. What did I actually buy? I can't remember. But it was things that we wanted and things that we needed to get for the house. Or not that we needed for the house, but we wanted to get for the house. So pretty glad about that. Everyone's just winding down for the night now. Everyone's upstairs getting bags packed because we're actually going away tomorrow for, how long are we away for? I'm actually not going to specify that, but we're going away for a little bit. We're starting the trip off in the caravan. We're going to be staying in the caravan for a few nights and then we're staying somewhere else. We decided to do like a last minute holiday type thing before Mila'S surgery at the end of this month, and yeah, so I'm really excited. Everyone's really excited. I'm getting everything packed up and ready, and I'm really cool. If anybody hasn't been interested, I feel like thinking back to what I filmed today was a lot of baby-led weaning. Really sorry if some of you guys are not interested at all in how Mila eats her food, because I feel like a lot of the vlog has been about that. If anybody has found it useful, let me know. If you want to see any more of that, you probably don't, but if you do, let me know. Isla had a dance. I don't feel like we've vlogged much today because the battery was on charge and things, and we've been busy. Isla had a dance in introduction today. In fact, I'm going to end the vlog upstairs with her. We're reading I'll talk about that later. Esme had a dance thing yesterday. 3 hours she did, or just over, and she got Star of the Week. She got a little trophy, so she was absolutely buzzing with that, because the teacher said, don't think I've just given you this because it's your first week here. Oh, I'm just telling her. I did, I was just telling about your dance thing yesterday.
Yes, I loved it so much. And she said that she didn't expect me to be so good. So I've seen my old dance school taught me good. Because, yeah, I knew everything that the other girls...
Sweetheart.
Yeah. So I knew everything that all the other girls knew, so it wasn't like
the ballet names and things. She was just shouting out the names. Jace, you've been on one today every time I've got this camera.
Hey guys, hey guys.
And you got Star of the Week, right?
Hey guys, hey guys.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Yes.
Hey.
What is that face? Whoa, careful.
Hey,
Tucked up in Isla's bed. Okay, you want to turn the lights down and come and get in? So, we're on the last chapter
of my book.
Of the story me and Isla have been reading at bedtime.
You ready?
Super cool. We're about to finish this book tonight.
I got 7 books of it. The next one I'm so excited for. There's 10 chapters in it, and we're on the last chapter.
Isla's laid her clothes out, by the way. She's not going to bed with clothes on the floor. They're her clothes for tomorrow. She likes to be organised and sorted, don't you?
Yeah.
And there are piles of clothes on the top of the steps out there as well.
Yeah, they're like Mila'S and
mine and Jace's.
And mine. And I have a bag too.
Did you pack a swimming costume?
Yeah.
Cool.
One.
What was I going to say then? Oh yeah, you were going to show your certificate.
Oh, Did I leave it downstairs?
Don't worry, you don't need to show it. You can just tell everybody. Isla also got a certificate from dance tonight.
So the teacher was like, I didn't get Star of the Week because I wouldn't have been able to bring it back because you're not going to be there at dance next week. So she gave me a certificate instead, and she said that I was really good and that like I knew tap really good. And she asked me, have you been to this dance school before? Because she thought that I had been, because I did my tap really well.
Yeah. So basically, when you get Star of the Week, you get a little trophy. And then you take it back the next week and then somebody else gets the trophy. It's super cute. But I just got a certificate this week. They're not going to be there next week. They've not officially started the dance school yet.
That was a tryout today.
Yeah.
So we didn't have like the proper clothes. I was just wearing like my leggings and my top.
They were just trying it out to see if they liked it.
Yeah.
And then they're going to start at the start of the new term.
And I want to start.
And they're very excited to start. Right, anyway, we're about to read the last chapter the
I'm so
book.
excited.
Me and Isla have been reading, so I think we're going to say goodnight to the iFam. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
We're going to say goodnight and we'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to come back because it's going to be a really fun day. Well, it's probably going to be a busy one, to be honest.
We have
Always busy day.
prize. Well,
Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night, guys.
Mwah.